Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Urban Backyard Container Gardening. I'm Moses. Today, we're going to give you a full July garden tour, see what's going on in the garden, the good, the bad, the ugly, do some harvesting, and a little maintenance. So, we're at the far eastern side of my garden. We're looking at the potatoes and sweet potatoes and bush roses. The potatoes seem to be doing real well. They're binding. Well, I shouldn't say binding, but growing a lot. The vines themselves, as well as the leaves, are nice and green. The sweet potatoes, one of them looks like it's starting to vine and take off. The other one, which was the smaller one, is coming along, doing well, and the roses are doing their thing, making roses and looking like carnations. Actually, they're red and white, but they're coming along well. This is my newest raised bed. I was gifted it from Viviga. It's a the newest 2.0 17-inch raised bed. Excuse me. And I was able to put it together, no problems or anything like that. It doesn't have all the soil that I would like to have in it, but at some point I will go back and put more soil in. I put in some sunflower seeds. Those are the ones that are on your left, and some pepper plants on the right. And as you can see, I connected it to the drip system. So it's doing pretty well. And I can't believe my good fortune. My garden expanded. Hey, this is one of the two beds that I flipped. This one I flipped and put in some Mississippi purple hull peas, and absolutely none have come up yet. So I don't know if the peas were expired or anything like that. So I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. If they don't come up, then I'm gonna put some black eyed peas down, fill the bed completely with black eyed peas. Over here in this bed, we have our patty pan squash, and it looks like they have caught a case of powdery mildew, and looks like we've had some worm damage. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can cut off of them. And I'm not going to put the spent leaves into my compost pile. I'm going to put them on my burn pile. Okay, the bed looks much better, and we've gotten rid of the diseased leaves. I'm going to try to use a fungicide to spray the remaining plants, make sure that they last as long as they can possibly can. Okay, this is another one of the beds that I flipped. This bed had my collards in it, but I removed the collards and added more compost and soil to it. And I now have sweet corn and bush beans growing in. And the corn, for the most part, I would say we had maybe about a 65% germination rate. The peas, green beans rather, we've had four out of the double row that I planted so far that have come up. Hopefully more will. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Okay, these are my wife's flowers, and recently it looks like something has been attacking them. Um, while I'm concerned about it, one of the reasons of having the flowers here was so kind of like they would be a trap plant, so that um, insects will attack them rather than attacking the vegetable plants. Either way, I'm going to get some BT and spray them later on today. If not today, then tomorrow, so that we can try to nurse them back to health. Okay, here in the long bed, we have the cherry tomatoes, and it looks like they are dying. So we're going to go ahead and harvest the tomatoes that you see here, the nice red, ripe ones, and go from there. On one of the drip lines, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, I wasn't happy with my okra production. So I planted a bunch of okra seeds. The variety is called Heavy Hitter, and they're the ones that are standing along on the right side. And all of them germinated, and are coming up and doing pretty good. So let's go harvest some tomatoes here. Okay, in this bed, we have some green beans and what I thought was a Ace 55 tomato, but it is not. The Ace 55 is a bush tomato and doesn't vine like this one is. This one, if you come up close to it, you may be able to see that there's a lot of what looks like leaves have been eaten and poop. So I found the other day several worms on it. I plucked the worms off, but I'm not sure if I got all of them. So later on this afternoon or tomorrow, in addition to the flowers being sprayed, this one is going to get sprayed with some BT as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can harvest the tomatoes that are here and see if they're good enough to eat, or fit for eating rather. So we're still here at this particular bed, and as I was getting the tomatoes that were ripened, I noticed that we had a unwanted visitor. So I'm going to see if I can get him out of the bed from this side. Okay, we got one visitor, but that wasn't the one that I saw, but we got him. What I actually saw was a big black worm with gold lines. And he's really been eating and really been pooping a lot. I don't see him from this side, but yeah, I will be coming out to spray. Okay, in this bed we have green peppers and a couple of tomato plants, and nothing is ready to be picked per se. Although I do see where maybe something has been eating on the leaves of the pepper plant and the tomato plant that is laying down that you can't see. Here it looks like I have one pepper. It's real, not really big, but I want to go ahead and harvest it, make sure no unwanted critters eat it. And we're going to move over to my cucumber bed and okra. And right off the bat, I see some cucumbers, so let's go get them. We have one here, and we have another one next to it. Nice size ones. We have big okra that I should have cut a while ago. This one is huge. Very, 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 very big. And we have the first of the Jing okra. It's a reddish green okra. See if we have any more cucumbers on this side. Plant feels heavy, so that leads me to believe that we do. And I see one. Here's one. Nice big one. Yeah, I see one more down. Actually, two more down here. That one. Okay. We got three more nice sized cucumbers. Another cucumber here. One here. Wow. Lots of cucumbers today. Okay. More okra. We have a really nice harvest of cucumbers. And we have another long tomato. This one has some bumps on it, and that leads me to believe that maybe an aphid problem, and maybe the ants got to the aphids and mined them. I'll have to look into it, make sure. We're going to move over to the container row to see if we have anything over there. So we're in container row, and right off the bat, I see a eggplant that is good for harvesting. So we're going to get it. Nice one here. And I'm looking at my squash. I don't see anything there to harvest. I know they need to be pruned, so probably have to come out, or will come out and do that at some point. And my zucchini here looks like powdery mildew is bothering them, so I'm going to cut some of the leaves off here. Let's that there. Hopefully, well, I'll bring it closer. You'll see what my corn looks like. First planting of corn. Again, this is after we had some really bad rainstorms, and wind along with those rainstorms, it blew everything over. So I'm not really expecting any harvest out of this. As a matter of fact, I'm probably at some point this week going to come through and chop everything down. Okay, these are my Ace 55 plants. I have 3 of them in a row, and I have blooms and a few tomatoes. I have 2 tomatoes on this plant. They're green, not ready yet. This is another pepper plant in here that you can't see. Have blooms on it. This is another Ace 55 with blooms and tomatoes. It looks like something was eating it. Cut some of the dead leaves off. And I see what was eating it. Let's kill the worm right here. Got him. Actually, this whole leaf is covered with worms. So let's get rid of that. And this one. Yeah, I'll be doing some spraying here as well. And looking at my last zucchini, squash plant, and I don't see anything for the picking. So overall, we got a pretty decent harvest that I really wasn't expecting. And so I want to thank you for coming along with me while we got this awesome harvest. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. A bunch of cucumbers, some okra, bunch of tomatoes, eggplant. Give the thanks to God for everything that we got. So I hope you enjoy the monthly tour of the garden and what was going on, and also doing a little maintenance along the way. We are blessed to get the harvest, and I'm blessed to have you guys subscribe and follow to me. If this is your first time coming to my channel, take a moment to consider subscribing. As you can see, I harvest a lot of vegetables and fruit by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell all, so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated. So until next time, always remember, even in small spaces such as mine, you can grow a great amount of food for yourself and your family. Stay strong, stay blessed, and grow, grow, grow. Lastly, and most importantly, always give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Until next time, take care.